The Towers of the Four Kingdoms. Let's play it! Hello, in a previous video we set up the game. Now we are playing it. First of all, we need a standard poker deck to play the game. In this poker deck you can have jokers as wild cards, or you can remove them. In my case, I would keep the jokers as wild cards. You should shuffle the poker deck and let it here near the kingdom deck. Now, let's discover our first enemy. Our first enemy would be a fire spirit. A fire spirit has a total life of 4 as the number of the card, or if you play easy, the life total of the enemy will be 3. So we set the d20 dice on 3 lives for the enemy, and we start our quest with 20 lives. Here you can see the hands we need to beat the fire spirit. The fire spirit starts with a rage of a pair of queens, and now as long as we damage the fire spirit, it will increase its rage, and the hands to beat it would be harder. But for now it starts with a pair of deuce. If we do not get the minimum hand to damage the fire spirit, it will make us a health point of damage, and it will burn us once. This is the icon for the burn effect. The burn effect is explained here in this card. That means that when you draw cards for your new hand, if you previously have been burned, you would have to discard as many cards of burn points you got the last round. Now, let's start play. I take 5 cards for my combat hand. Now, I have 3 J, 9, 7 Q. The Q could be useful, and the J and 9 maybe too. After I take 5 cards the first time, I can do 2 things. I can discard as many cards as I want from my hand, or I can keep them in a reserve pool. So I would reserve these 3 cards here and take 3 more cards. Okay. Now, this is my final combat hand. With this hand, I won't beat the fire spirit because I have a pair of 7s and nothing more. But I have cards in my reserve. So, if I use this 9 from my reserve, I can have a pair of 9s and a pair of 7s. That's enough to beat the pair of queens. So I use these cards, I discard this other, and I make the fire spirit 1 point damage. And the rage the enemy increases. Now, to beat it, I will need a pair of 2s plus a pair of 6 or higher. So, let's shuffle the combat cards again. Note that the reserved cards are not shuffled. These cards remain here until I use them, or some effect says they must be removed. I draw 5 cards from the pile. I have 5, 6, 7, 9, K. Maybe I would keep the K. And now I reserve 1 card, so I only can draw 1 card. Okay, that's a joker. I think I'm using it as a wild card. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's a winning hand. So the fire spirit receives 1 more damage. There's only 1 health point remaining, and it increases 1 step the rage level. Now, to beat the fire spirit, I will need 3 of a kind. Shuffle poker cards. Draw 5. And let's show what I have. I need 3 of a kind or higher. 3 of a kind. I think I would keep these 2 cards in my reserve. Now I have the maximum reserved cards in my reserve. I only can reserve a maximum of 5 cards. And now I should draw 2 more cards. 1 and 2. Wild card. Okay. To beat the fire spirit, I need 3 of a kind. I do not have 3 of a kind, but I have a joker that could work as a cue. So I would use the joker from my hand and the cues from my reserve. That's 3 of a kind, and the fire spirit is beaten. So I've beaten this enemy. Now it's discarded, and we begin the fight with the next enemy.